Hey guys, what up? Since I know a lot of you guys are interested in it, I figured tonight's mini jam session would be on how to make your first dollar online. Now, there are 3 specific types of people that I've crafted today's mini jam session for. This is for the curious, if maybe you are looking into starting a business or if you're curious about what that looks like. Second, this is for you if you are ambitious. Maybe you haven't considered a business yet, but you have some extra time, or you're ambitious, you want to, take life back into your reins, back under your control. And this is also my folks here who have started a business, who are maybe struggling a little bit, or who, it just isn't working out the way they're wanting it. So let's go ahead, that being said, and dive in. Now, I do realize some of you guys are new here and don't really know much of my story. So to give you a little bit of background, in 2015, I started doing freelance services. That's when I started my business, and that transitioned into a digital marketing agency. And since then, I've transitioned into an education business where I coach people and I show people how to do it. And I still do some client stuff here and there, but don't do what I did. And that is struggle. I struggled for the majority of the time when I was getting started in freelancing, and I just really, really struggled with the basics. And so tonight's advice and tonight's wisdom and guidance for you really includes, and we'll be omitting a lot of obstacles that I've overcome along the way that you may face, but with this advice will help you to just overcome those right out the gate. That being said, now let's go in. Easiest way to get started, even if you don't maybe right now know what your business would be about, or what you would offer, what you would sell. That can be a very, very common sticking point. A lot of people want to think about physical products. They want to think about these very complicated businesses. I want for you to keep it simple, and I want you to stay within your skill set and within your wheelhouse. And so what that calls for is to just make a quick list of all of the skills or achievements that you've gone throughout your life, that you've experienced. Maybe you were in student council and was chosen for a particular office. Maybe you taught your puppy how to behave well. Maybe you have 6-pack abs. Maybe I don't. Maybe you have good results in the gym. Maybe you changed your diet for the better. Maybe you discovered this new thing along the way. I want you to get really creative and get really present with the things that you're most proud of. Now, if you get stuck on this step, that's okay. For most of you, you should have 10 to 20 things on this list of skills and achievements. And once you have this list, if you're getting stuck on it at all, what I want for you to do is I want you to reach out to your family and friends, the people closest to you, and ask them, what do you think my greatest skill or achievement is? And if you're still stuck on that, then I want you to look at the words you're using every day. What are you talking about every single day? What gets you really excited? And so just make a list with all of those things. The amateurs, the newbies, the rookies will skip this third and final step of tonight's mini jam session, but that is not gonna be you. What you're going to do at this point, you have your list of achievements, you've brainstormed different products or services, things that you could bring into the world based on those skills and achievements, just as an exercise. The next thing that I want for you to do before you start putting any energy or effort into creating a product or a service or starting an LLC or doing logos or doing getting the domain, doing all of the things that the amateurs get caught up in, what I want for you to do is to go into do something that we call validation. Get into validation mode. And this is all about becoming a detective. And so what I want for you to do now is think about who would want this product or this service or this thing? Who wants this skill? Who would love to have this same achievement that I've gone through in my life and experienced? And I want for you to find those people, maybe on social media, maybe you know some of them, maybe your product is a little bit more general and can help a lot of people, like if it was a health or a wellness product. Everyone wants increased health and wellness. Maybe it's for women, so you text all of the women in your social circle on Facebook or wherever. And I want for you to ask them if they would be interested in this product that maybe stuck out to you and excited you a little bit more than the others. And you could do this, maybe you have lunch with a friend tomorrow and say, hey, I made a list of skills and achievements as an exercise, and I'm thinking about starting a business. Does this thing sound interesting to you? Or what thoughts or feedback do you have? This is all about getting in a mode where someone says, yes, I would want that. And in that moment, you potentially have your first customer in front of you. And what now you can do in that moment is say, okay, I don't have this product made yet, but if I made it, I figured, maybe I'd sell it for $20. And it's a one-time download, or it's a product you can go through. I'll give it to you right now for $1 or for $5. And what you're doing right now is you're validating if people will actually take their hard-earned money out of their wallet and hand it to you. And so many people overlook this step, and they've done all of the things for the business. They set up the website, they set up the logo, they set up all the things, and they still haven't earned $1 yet. They don't have a customer yet. You're not going to be that person because you have me and because you have this story. So what I want for you to do is find someone that will say, yes, I would love that, and would buy it from you at a reduced price. Take their money from them. Ask them for it. Get serious about this. Get serious about your life and your business at this point, because now if you go through all those steps and you get someone to pay you, congratulations. You potentially have found a business that works. You have the solid clues and evidence in place that now calls for taking that next step, and that calls for you potentially making an actual business out of it. Now, we kind of rushed through some of the things here. We're going through at a high level. When I walk my personal branding and one-on-one coaching students through this, I actually have a tool that we use, a whole exercise. It takes multiple weeks to go through, and so there's a little bit more formally inside of it, but nonetheless, this is the basics that anyone could do on a napkin to figure out how to earn their first dollars here online and to start a business that's actually making money. So here's what I want to know from you now, using this poll right here, is do you want to, or have you thought about starting a business? Just go ahead and use this poll, and we can all here see some of the results with my audience here and you guys watching. But I want to know, do you or have you considered starting a business just yet? Whatever the case, don't do what I did. I'm hard-headed. I tend to struggle constantly with new things that I take on. Do the thing that flipped things around for me a few years ago, and that's find a mentor or a coach or a course, a guide, whatever, that has the business and the lifestyle, is doing the things that you want to be doing daily, and hire that mofo. I was going to curse right there. I got some kids here. I'm trying to be more cognizant of that. Elvis is over here resting in the back. Don't want to wake him. Hire that person. Pay them your hard-earned dollars to have them download their expertise to you so that you can avoid the constant struggle that I experienced when I was getting started, so you can overcome those obstacles in the very beginning and just avoid them by taking the right steps. Don't do what I did. Don't be hard-headed, and find a mentor, find a coach that has what you want, and hire them. Now, I'll be honest, and I might be just as guilty of this as anybody else. But if anybody is portraying starting a business as the best thing in the world and being all the butterflies in the field, well, it's unfortunate. But if I have done it, or if anyone else has done it, then we and they are lying to you. So in tomorrow's story, we're going to talk about the downsides of starting a business, because there are some. So stay tuned for that. Let me know here if you're pumped.